Hello, dear students. Today we are starting with the topic tenses. Tenses are a topic which is not only used in junior English classes, it is also useful for the senior level, CUET level. So let's start with the topic tenses. Tenses is a refined form of verb. As you all know, what is a verb? A verb is an action word. We have different parts of speech in English: noun, pronoun, verbs, adverbs. Verb is a action word depending on the duration of the work as well as action. A tense is formed. Seeing into the slide, if you see, tenses are divided into three parts: the present tense, past tense, and future tense. Present is today's present past, the past which has gone, the future which will come. Past, present, future. Out of these four heads, tenses are divided: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So, this slide tells you about how tense is important: present, past, future. Our simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. Simple past, past perfect, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Future tense, simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future continuous. So let's begin one by one with the important concept of tenses. So, how do you feel you can recognize a tense? A tense is formed by a single formula, which is SVO. What is SVO? SVO refers to S, subject, verb, and object. Right? So, depending how subject is positioning for a verb, an action is taken. See this. Here's a man standing here, right? What is he doing? I play. Whatever he's doing right now is the present tense. Whatever he'll be doing for the future, it is I will play, that is future tense. I played, he's already played. So if you see, the steps are back. So time is moving forward, that is a future tense. Time which is gone is a past tense. And time which is right now running is present tense. Past is finished, present is now, and future is yet to come. So let's begin step by step with single process, the simple present tense. As I told you, that tense follows subject, verb, object. The simple rule to learn is this, right? Verb has three forms. Like the three forms of verb are cut, cut, cut. But the three form of write is write, wrote, written. So in my slides, you will get to know that how verb has three forms. You can refer my any YouTube video for that. Tense tells you how an action is happening. So the formula which comes out is subject, verb, first form. So the first form of verb refers with s and es depending it is singular or plural, plus object. To express the habitual action, whatever the action is there in habits. To express the state present movement. Any quote which is represent, it is represent in simple present tense, like a thing of beauty is a joy forever, honesty is the best policy. It's a simple present tense. To ensure the any kind of a future action, the match starts at 9. The match will start is future, but the match starts at 9 is the simple present tense. Right? You can use it with imperative and exclamatory as well as with the subordinate clause. So the rule for the simple present tense is a subject has to be there, an object has to be there. What you need to know is the verb. If the verb is in the first form, remember the verb in the first form, depending on the subject, which is singular or plural, you can change it accordingly from the past to the present, present to the past, anywhere, changing the tense according to the situation. So, simple present tense refers to expression of habits, any kind of a present movement, subordinate clauses, imperative exclamatory sentences, and narrations, quotes. Formula again I am repeating: subject, verb, first form plus SES depending on the subject and object. Right? The slide shows you the two examples like go and goes, miss and misses. This is the form of the verb. Imperative sentences deals with the situation that affirmative and interrogative sentences needs to be formed according to the rule. But the most important rule is subject, verb, object, first form plus SES. So next time you do tense, just remember SVO V1 plus SES. This is how you need to recall your simple present tense. The second tense is present continuous tense. The first thing which comes in mind is continuous. Whenever this word is written in English, right, especially in tenses, it is ing. Ing is what? Something which is running. Ing. So, whenever a tense, continuous tense, a tense which is used in the action which is in the progress at the time of speaking, right now I am taking the class, it's a present continuous tense. So, again, how is the formula made? First, we look the formula. Subject and object. Again, subject, verb, object. Subject plus is MR plus verb plus ing plus object. So now here verb again will be the form of first. So subject plus is MR plus verb ki first form plus ing plus object. So what we are doing here is whatever the verb form is there, like if you talk about run, running, right? Write, writing, swim, swimming. This is how present continuous tense is referred. It is used for action which is there in progress, an action for progress and which is continuing in the future, but may not be going on type of speaking. Right? Now, when we talk about come plus ing, the verb form becomes coming. When we talk about die plus ing, the verb form becomes dying. So few verb forms have been given in the slide. But the recognition is subject plus verb first form plus ing plus object. How is MR used here? Verb first form is the main verb. Is, am, are the helping verbs. Is used in singular, are is used in the plural, and am is used with the I. So depending what your subject is, again you will have to see what the subject is and write about the tense. So now the most important form of the verb, a perfect tense. Now what is a perfect tense? How is the tense perfect? If you see the chart, has is used with singular, he, she, it, which is very important. You should all know what is, where is it used. And have is used with the plural, I, you, we, they. Have is always used with I, you, we, and they. Right? We have a chart present, past, and future. So present is has of hai, past is had and future is will shall. The formula comes out to be again SVO, subject plus has have plus verb plus object. Now, if you see here, the verb has the third form. So, when we talk about any kind of a verb, like again, cut, 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 cut. So, cut is again the three forms of the verb are the same. But when we talk about any other word, write, wrote, written. So, in the present perfect tense, the tense form will be the third form of the verb. It expresses any action which has been completed. Like when I'll complete this today. So my recording will be completed. ED. So I have completed my work. Any action of time they have left for England, right? Any kind of a experience which was there in the past is again the present perfect tense. Generally, all the adverbs like why. So I think you must be knowing what is an adverb, right? Which expresses an action with the adverb as well as an adjective. Recognition of adverb is why. So why, whenever there is word like after, seldom, already, all these words, they will always be referring to present perfect tense. So present perfect tense is subject plus has a plus third form of the verb plus object. The fourth tense which is there is the present perfect continuous tense. How will you recall a present perfect continuous tense? Again, as I told you, continuous tense refers to ing, right? And present and perfect is also there. Now, if I go back to the rule, subject plus verb plus object, how the rule has been formed. See, rules are very important. If you know the rule, the first rule is subject, verb, object. The second rule is how the verb form has to be taken. So, subject plus has have plus been. So, the important word here is been plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Now, when an object is moving, it has to be seen how an action is beginning at the same time in past and is still continuing, right? So the action is moving from here to here. So from here to here when an action is moving. Ram has been working in the garden since morning. So right now also he is working, and from the morning to the evening he is working. So Ram has been working, right? Morning till evening he's working. But here you need to know how long is he working, right? So situation comes for since and for. You have to be very careful in your since and for situations. See, since is used in present perfect and present perfect continuous tense, the point of time. Like today, since morning, right? And time which cannot be counted. If you cannot count any time, the time which is counted is since and the time which is not counted is for. So just rule this idea that since and for is always used according that point of time and period of time, right? When you cannot count how many hours have you worked, how many months have you worked, how many years have you spent, we generally write this. So the simple formula is subject plus has a plus been plus verb first form plus ing plus object. This needs to be learned by heart. The next is simple past tense. Very simple formula, subject, verb, object. I hope now it must be clear. Just recall, ma'am told that the formula needs to be SVO. Okay. This is very much useful in your transformation of sentences, active passive voice also. So the formula is SVO. So when we talk about SVO, the past tense is indicating anything which is happening in the past, right? Any action which has happened in the past, any clause, any adverb of time. So whatever has happened in the past, the statement refers to subject plus verb key second form, the second form of the verb plus object, right? So again, the form of cut is cut, cut, cut. So cut will be used. But if you are writing write, wrote, written, So the form of the verb is wrote, right? He wrote. Ram writes, he wrote. Next is past continuous tense. Now again, recalling what is continuous tense? Ing. So ing form needs to be there. The rule is, what is the rule? SVO. Again, we talk about SVO formula. See, it's so easy now. So what you have learned is S plus was were plus V1 plus ing. So V1 again is verb first form. With ing, you are always using verb first form. But what about was and were? Was and were again are the helping verbs. Verb V1 is always the main verb. So what is was and what is were? Was is singular and were is plural. Right? So this is how again you are using it. So I have already made a table for you so that it is easily learned to you. Right? So action which is there in the past. Right? The bus was moving at that time. Right? The tense is often used with the progress and how the progress is taking place. So the rule is subject plus was verb plus verb first form plus ing plus object. The next tense will be talking about is the past perfect tense, a situation that has already happened in the past, action which is completed in the past, denoting an action completed before any point of time, right? So again the same simple formula, so it's very easy to make a chart of it. Subject plus verb plus object, again subject verb and object. So what is the helping verb? Had. Has and have has gone now, so because the situation is completed, action has been completed before another action, right? So train had left when I reached. When I reached, the train had left. So the train had left. So had is the helping verb and verb first form. And how an action takes place after the situation has been moved, right? So what you are using, subject plus had plus third form of the verb. Please make a note that past perfect tense takes the third form of the verb with the had, right? Again, the next tense, the past perfect continuous tense. Now, what is a continuous tense? As I told you, it's ing. The form of ing has been used. When you talk about ing, again we take a rule, a very simple rule: subject plus verb first form plus ing plus object. So again, as I told you, ing is always followed by v1. Now, what we are doing is, it is past perfect continuous tense had been. Why? An action that had been going on for some time before another action took place in the past, right? Like when Mr. Das come to school in 1955, Mr. Anand had already been teaching there for 3 years, right? So one action that had been going on for some time before another action took place, that is called as past perfect continuous tense, right? We've completed two parts of the tenses. Now, going back to future tense, it's a very simple tense: subject, verb, object. I think now you can make your rules yourself. Now, how to make a rule? Again, write a rule. What I have told you. Write. It is S, V, and O. Make a rule. Subject. Now, will and shall plus verb first form plus object. It's a very simple rule. It is determining any kind of a intention which is going to happen in the future. But what is will and what is shall? Generally, when we talk about will and shall, will is future, something which happens in the future and it has to happen. You're sure about it. But when we talk about shall, maybe, may not be. So, shall is used generally for certainty that maybe the things will happen, maybe the things will not happen. Now, see again, future continuous tense. Again, a word is coming continuous, which is ing. Now, subject plus verb plus object, subject plus will shall, be plus verb की first form plus ing. So this is how you need to learn actually. SVO, subject plus will shall be plus verb first form plus ing. Now, what is future continuous tense? An action which will take place in future, right? And it is expected to happen. Maybe it will take and maybe it will not take, because future, no one can predict future, right? So what you are going to do is used to express commitment to be filled in the future. I shall be writing an essay for debate. So today you want to write. I am writing is today you're writing, but I shall be writing. Maybe you will write and maybe you will not write. You don't know. So subject plus will shall be plus verb first form plus ing. Future perfect tense. A tense which needs to happen expressing an action in which before or when is used. How? Right? I shall have been taken a bath before the bus arrives. Right? Next example is she will have taken her meals by now. This is an action that is expected to be completed by a certain time in future. The form of the verb again, it's a perfect tense, third form of the verb. So subject plus will plus have. So the important word here comes out is have plus verb third form plus object. All interrogatives are made down according to the rule, but the main rule is subject will plus have plus verb third form plus object. So the last tense, again continuous tense, ing. Again, the rule SVO, subject plus verb plus object. So, verb is helping verb and main verb. So, when we talk about our helping verb, it is will shall. When we talk about our main verb, it is verb first form. Because ing has to be written, it is ing V1. So, again, because it's a perfect continuous tense, have been. Been is there. So the formula comes out to be subject plus will shall plus have been plus verb plus ing. So how is future perfect continuous tense recognized? It is used to express an action, any action, which is taking place that will have gone on at or before some point of time. Like if I give you an example, he will have been waiting for me for an hour by this time. By next January, we shall have been having there for 7 years or 5 years, whatever the time is. Right? So, this is how you talk about tenses. See, I've made a very beautiful chart for you. All the tenses are assembled here with their examples. Like, see the structure of the sentences. These are the four tenses for present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. When we talk about here, the subject plus verb plus object, subject plus is MR plus verb first form plus object, subject plus has have plus third form of the verb plus object, subject plus has have plus been plus verb first form plus object, subject plus verb second form plus object, subject plus was verb plus verb first form plus ing plus object, subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object, subject plus had been plus verb first form plus ing plus object. If you really want to learn tenses, just learn the chart. The chart is a very important part for tenses, the rule chart. Now see, this is a visual chart what I have tried to make. See, this is a simple tense. And the situation here is now. If you see, I play. Right? When you're going from here back, it is I played. And I will play is that when you're coming here. So it is I will play. Now, when I take a rule of present continuous tense, it is ing. So, see the movement of the tense. I will be playing. Now, the tense which has gone in the past is in the opposite direction. I was playing. It is moving from here. So, what is the situation? It is coming back. It is coming forward. Now, the perfect tenses I have played, right? She has gone. So, the tense here is the perfect, right? Now, how is the perfect tense made in the future? When we move from here, I will have played, I will have gone, and the past tense is I had played. So, the situation is she's already played. Again, when we talk about continuous tense, see, you can see the dot and the movement of the flow. So I have been playing, she has been going. Now from here the situation is moving from here, and here the situation is moving from here, right? When we talk about how the tense is, so now this is a complete mega chart for tenses. So what is a complete mega chart? According, if you see what is a tense, all the types of tenses, the present tense, the perfect tense, the future tense, right? And all the changes which we can make in the tenses. I hope the tenses are clear, because I have tried to prepare this slide in the form of a very simple form, where only single rule needs to be learned is subject plus verb plus object. Just learn the chart of verb forms. Follow us for more such concepts. Thank you all. See you in my next slide. Let's see what we come along with. You can also subscribe to my channel. Thank you.